welcome to TriFit Live. I'm Rachel from Girls Around the World. This is the second of our Facebook lives that we do every week. The first one being on Wednesday, which is our Run Fit Live, and Fridays are always TriFit. So this culminates the end of a 6-week block where we worked on stability exercises through body weight. From next week on, we are going to switch to using weight. So if you have a dumbbell, kettlebell, then the workout's going to work much more on strength and power. So yeah, if you fancy coming along, then just click in for a reminder every Friday on our Facebook Lives and come and join us live, or you can watch back through the videos. If you haven't done any of our videos yet, they're all on the Facebook page. Just go back through the last 6 weeks and you'll find all the Run Fit ones and all the TriFit ones. This one's about 15 minutes long. If you ever wanted a half an hour set where you're a bit more held to account and you check your technique, we also do Zoom live online with a whole host of different coaches. So you can find out more about that on our website. Anyway, we're going to get started. We're going to just do a quick mobility warm-up to the hips. So coming down to your hands and knees, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, just coming up, and then you're going to step your foot so it's nice and flat right by your hand. So as the cyclists and runners, we can often lose that hip mobility and the inability to get our hips and our feet that far forward. So you really want to keep working on that, because power and strength is no good without the mobility in order for your body to move properly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can take that foot in, take your right hand right by your left foot, coming up into some rotations. 1, 2, doesn't matter if your front foot rotates onto the outside edge, just getting some spinal twist and some hip mobility, because we're always in triathlon stuck in that one plane of movement, let alone sitting at desks all day. Most of us are busy training for triathlons along with everything else. So switch sides, left hand as close to the right foot as possible. Inhale, exhale, rotate, up and twist. Another beautiful day, not down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, as this is a body weight exercise, we can go straight into them because we're going to do glutes and core exclusively. So it's going to be about 15 minutes. The glute exercise is 45 seconds, and you have time, with my timer on, to check what the next exercise is if you're joining us live. So you're going to have 20 seconds rest in between. So the first one is simple glute bridge. So you're lying down, make sure your third finger can just touch your heels, fist width between your knees and your heels, and then you're going to come up and just squeeze. So we're going to go, so as you come up and squeeze, what you want to make sure is that you don't flare your ribs. So make sure your ribs are nice and soft. 3, 2, 1, go. Bring your toes into the air so that you're just pushing through your heels. You're not dropping all the way down to the floor. The most important thing is you just don't flare your ribs. That's not doing anything, you're just using your upper back. So this works your glute max, the powerhouse of your running and your cycle. Obviously relevant for streamlining the water for swimming. 15 seconds. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Press that down. And your next one, you're going to come up, same thing again, you're going to come up, but you're going to march out, out, in, and try not to let your hips drop as you're doing it, and keep your hips level. So starting in 5 seconds, so the time to get 3, 2, 1, go. So out, out, in, in switching legs each time. So if you come up onto your heels like I'm doing, it should help engage the bum a little bit, whereas if you push through there, you can get more hamstring. So it just depends what you want more work at. If you've got, as you run, you're one of those runners that don't have much heel kick, then maybe you want to have your foot down and target your hamstrings a bit more. But if you're on the bike a lot, you tend to get quite a lot of hamstring anyway. If you're just a runner and you're doing this, you might want to do feet down, 3, 2, 1, and rest. So your next one, if you've got a resistance band, you can reuse a resistance band for this one, but you don't have to. So you just bring, if you've got one, bring it into the arch of your foot, come into kneeling, and then all you're going to do is inhale, exhale, flex that foot away. Bring it back down to meet the other knee, flex that foot away. So this is about stability. So you're not looking for power, you're not looking for how many times you can do it quickly. You're looking for stability through that supporting leg, and that as you kick out, you're not leaning over to one side, flex the foot. Again, working the glute and working the oblique. The nice controlled pelvis. You're not arching your back as you're kicking back. You've got pelvic stability. This is where you can face a lot of injury and rest. If you haven't got that ability to keep your pelvis stable as you move, if it rotates a lot, then that's where you pick up injury. So other leg. So these are good things to do as well. 3, 2, 1. They're good activators that you could do before you hop on your bike on the turbo. I don't know when you've got a screen lag there. In my time, you might have seen me do a double time kick. I wasn't. That was just the connection. So 20 seconds. Keep them nice and still. Control that pelvis as you kick back, kicking back through the heel. And you'll get oblique as well, especially if you're using resistance band. You don't want to use a resistance band that's so heavy you're having to force it, because then you'll use a different muscle group. 3, 2, 1, rest. So same principles as Pilates, where if you use too big a spring, if you've ever done studio Pilates, often it can take the work away from the muscle you want to work. So coming onto your side, this one, elbow directly underneath your shoulders, bring your bottom leg behind you, so it's bent, thighs together, and you're just going to come up and down. So I'm not working the top leg, I'm working the bottom glute med on the lower side and that oblique. So you want to stay nice and imagine that you're kind of sandwiched between 2 planes of glass, so whilst you're doing this you're not rolling forward like this. 20 seconds. These are great if you're the type of person that suffers from ITBS, runner's knee. So instead of doing endless clams, which you can often do incorrectly, to rehab this can recruit much more muscle in your glute med. 3, 2, 1. Switch over to the other side. So if you do have any injuries or have any things that you specifically want to work on, then do write in the comments and we can try and incorporate them into a future session. 3, 2, 1, coming up. So again, as you bring this leg up and down, you're not looking for speed. You want to make sure that that bottom half is not moving at all. It's absolutely concrete still as you do it. This is my weaker side. You often will have a weaker side where you'll feel it more in the glute. It's having to work harder, which means that's the side you need to do more. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. and time. Last one, and I'm going to take my hoodie off because it's quite warm before we go into our core section. So you're going to come up onto your heel, doesn't really matter which side you have your hands facing, whichever feels more comfortable, and you're going to march this way, so keeping your hips high. 3, 2, 1. Hips high, core engaged. Just look up at the sky, or your ceiling, wherever you are. Just marching. Get big hamstring activation and glute max. 25 seconds. So stay up, don't drop. Hips nice and high. 15 seconds. Almost there. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And time. So that's the quick glute activation series that you can do in a round of 3 that will really help work your stability. As I say, there's loads more exercises in the last 6 weeks you can check back on. From next week, we're going into weighted. We're working more on the power. Okay, I'm going to go into our core section. These are 30 seconds. Just change my timer, and I'll give you 30 seconds to look to see what the next exercise is. So you can do it with me, or when you watch back through the video, you've got time to analyse what we're doing next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have got 6 exercises, each 30 seconds. So final 6 minutes. So you're going to come into Renegade Road. So we've done this before if you've been done the course, followed the Facebook Live. So what you're going to do is row, and you try and keep your hips facing down as you do it. Okay. 3, slightly in 5 seconds time. Keep your hips down, headlights on your hips. The light still shines directly down onto the mat. Okay, so you're trying to not to wiggle or to do it so fast that you're doing patty cake on the mat. Control. So you're working obliques, quads, shoulders, and core. Simple movements, really effective. Obviously you can hold weights in both hands and do it weighted, and rest. Giving your shoulders a rest. You're coming over onto your back, and you're going to come into tabletop. So imagine your shins are a table, a glass of water, legs at a right angle here, 90 degrees, and all you're going to do is hold. Your tummy is going to want to keep doming. So flatten the dome by making your ribs nice and soft, bringing them down to your hips. So starting 3, 2, 1, rest. So it's just a hold. And if this is easy and you can't feel anything, I suspect you're not doing it right because you can feel it. So ribs nice and soft, keep drawing down through the ribs. Take the dome out of your tummy, it's going to keep popping up. You'll have a dome and use valleys either side. Keep softening through there. Keep the legs at tabletop. That's quite easy. Keep them at tabletop. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, over to a plank push. So plank push, start in that plank position, elbows directly underneath your shoulders, hands facing up, and then you come up, put your hand where your elbow was, push up. It's really important to put your hand where your elbow was so you're not too far forward. And make sure you switch each time. So 30 seconds, otherwise you'll favour one side over the other. 3, 2, 1. So we often, if we're right-handed, we'll often stick to the right hand. Just building in balance and make sure you switch. You want to come down into that plank fully before you go back up again. So none of this, which I see quite a lot of, keeping your hips down. 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. again, we're going to come back up, back over the other side, giving our pec muscles a rest, coming into dead bug, sorry. So, tabletop position, hands overhead, opposite hand, opposite leg, stretching out, coming back in, stretching out, coming back in. The stable leg should stay absolutely still as you bring that other leg in before you switch. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Obviously, you can hold weights in your hand, but don't do that until you actually have got this nailed. I see that a lot, people doing that. I see legs moving like this a lot. They've got to be absolutely stable as you bring it together. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Back over to the other side. Going into Superman, which works all the multifidus, around the muscles that go through your spine here, and your core, and your bum again. So coming up and down. So you can bring your hands here, and you're just squeezing up, using your bum. So don't arch using your back, it's more your bum squeeze that brings you up. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, keep it going. Try to keep your face looking down all the time on the mat. Don't arch your neck. Halfway. Keep squeezing. Really good for swimming, this one. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. The last one is our flutter kick. Flutter kick, palms down, support your back, stay on your elbows, and flutter. The higher you go, the easier it is on your back, a bit more hip flexor. The lower, the more it works, your core. Flex the feet away. Doesn't look like I'm flexing, but I am tight from running. Lots and lots of miles. 3, 2, 1, go. So nice flutter kick. Again, think about that dome of your tummy. Look down, try and flatten it out. Take the valleys out at the sides to support your back. Halfway. The midges are out. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. That's it, just hug your knees into your chest. Take a nice deep breath in. And out. And in. And out. Drop your knees to the right hand side. You might get a nice click. Back to centre. And over to the left. And back up to centre. And that's it. So if you wanted a longer session, then come into our Facebook Lives, which are every day of the week, apart from the weekends. And if you fancy a bit of a stretch later on, we do evening yoga as well. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Do share, write some comments below about how you found it, and hopefully see you join us for a future one.